Ashwini Kumar, Managing Director and CEO, UCO Bank, Sri Sumanta Chaudhary, International Guests, ladies and gentlemen, and a warm and hearty welcome on behalf of the Chamber. We are profoundly thankful to you all for attending this session on achieving $2 trillion exports by 2030. The issue is so topical, mind-boggling, and fills us with inquisitiveness. The government has announced that this in its new foreign trade policy, not only as a target, but as a policy. It is for the experts to bring the policy to implementation and give the country a roadmap as to how to transform it into reality. In today's session, we have some of the India's finest brains who have been brainstorming with this issue in their respective places or offices, and time to time have been advising the government about how to go about it. I think we are fortunate enough to have that panel which is advising the government and has agreed to share their thoughts with us. Frankly speaking, exports worth 770 billion to 2 trillion is a big jump in a span of 7 years, especially in a situation when the geopolitical condition is in tumultuous situation and the advanced economies are already in recession. As we know, when the government announced the latest foreign trade policy, it didn't keep any time frame for it, as usually it keeps 5 years. It was clear in its version that mercantile exports should not fall behind service exports, and the new policy moved away from providing incentives to remission and entitlement-based regime. Assemble them and then exports and attracts public-linked incentives. This is especially happening in the case of mobile phones and other electronic items, continuously trying to make it in India. But friends, I can assure you that many other items once simply assembled in India. Rather, I would say, make in India is happening in India. The China plus one theory is panning out in a different way. But we are honestly apprehensive of the infrastructure bottlenecks, and we want to know what shape it will take by 2030. Difficult until and unless we have control over the inflation and raw material prices coming down. If 1/3 of the world continues to remain under recession, then India, I think, will have to create a situation of low price syndrome. But with the Fed continually adjusting rates, oil demand slowly picking up, jobs growing in the US market, these are some of the few indications that the recessionary pressure will gradually move away within a year or so. But India will have to compete with China in terms of manufacturing, while also supplementing it to serve the rest of the world. 4 new towns, Faridabad, Moradabad, Mirzapur and Varanasi, have been designated par excellence for exports beside the existing 39. INR coming up as an exchange currency in many parts of the world will certainly give India an edge in the global trading, but we will have to be cautious about its value, and gradually we will have to make it at par with the dollar, I suppose. Today we have seen in the newspaper that India's, this time the INR was the weakest in compared to dollar. Recently there have been a number of FTAs, and as usual the countries signing FTAs with us are more eager to get our services than goods. Tariff and non-tariff barriers continue to persist, and I think our experts today will speak of the strategy to overcome them. Last but not the least, why not focus on agriculture? We need to look at it in quality, preservation and certification terms. This is our biggest strength. We need to give leverage to it. And thanks to all the dignitaries once again, from the core of my heart, and our chairman who has given us the idea of holding a session with such an issue. So without further wasting any time, let us hear from the experts.
सुनकर देखो, सुनकर देखो, सुनकर देखो जी। ममता राहुल मोदी बोले, लिखे जितेंद्र जी।